Welcome to the Vegan Pulse. I am your host, Nancy Arenas. Today on our show, I am joined by Karine Charbonneau. I don't want to give it away, but Karine is a matchmaker who is known as the Vegan Cupid. Stick around. I want to introduce her to you. Hi, Karine. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on Vegan Pulse. I appreciate you taking the time. So tell me a little bit about yourself, your story, and about how and why you got started with Fine Veg Love.
Yes, thank you. So I am a vegan matchmaker and a dating coach, and I've been vegan for 15 years for ethical reasons. And basically how I started is I was living in the San Francisco Bay Area. I was doing a bunch of vegan events. And one day, one of my girlfriends told me that she couldn't find a vegan man. I'm like, we're in California. How can you not find a vegan man? I'm going to find you one. And I was married at the time. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And so I came up with the idea of doing a speed dating event. And it was exclusively for vegetarians and vegans. And at the very first event, there's a couple that met there and they got married a few years later. So that was just so amazing. And I thought, you know what, I have to keep doing these events because they were so much fun. So I just did them on the side for the fun of it while I was planning these big vegan events. And I did that for a few years. And then I moved back to Canada, which is where I'm from. And I decided, okay, what's going to be my next big thing? And I came up with the idea of doing the speed dating events all over US and Canada. Again, just for vegetarians and vegans, because that was my purpose, because I'm vegan and I'm all about helping vegans find love. So it was a huge project. It was so much fun. And through those events, I connected over 5,000 people together. Wow. Many friendships were formed, relationships, all kinds of really amazing things. So they were great. And then last year, I decided, okay, I've kind of had enough of those because they were tons and tons of work. And I decided that I really wanted to work more one-on-one with people because that is really my passion and my calling. So I decided to retire the events, and I didn't give up on the vegan singles. I just came up with a new way of helping them on even a more deeper level. So I started doing matchmaking and coaching. And I just, I did that, I dropped the event so that I could do that full time. And it was seriously the best decision ever. And it's been really amazing.
That is awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. And if it weren't for the speed dating events, I wouldn't have this amazing network of vegan singles from all over US and Canada, right? So we all got to start somewhere. And again, it's all about following your passions and doing what feels right to you.
And I love the fact that you get to interact with vegans in not only the US, but in Canada and all over the world, I would imagine, because you can have access on the internet to Fine Veg Love, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. Every single day I talk to at least, if not more than 5 vegan singles. And, I've been doing that for the past 8 years. So I've seen and I've heard it all.
I love it. I love it. So what advice would you give to someone who is looking for love?
Yeah, so that's I get asked that question a lot, and I strongly believe that in order to attract the right partner, you really need to do the deep inner work needed to be a great partner. And my clients come to me thinking that they need to get matched with the right person. But along the process of working with them, they often find the right person because they have become the person that attracts the partnership and love they seek. And I really believe that before you find your ultimate match, you have to be the love of your life. And I really, really strongly believe that, you are the magnet who attracts what you seek. And that's what I help people do. And it's really, really powerful. And, there's a really important distinction, and I have this conversation a lot in my group, in my Fine Veg Love Facebook group and with others. And, if you're happy being single, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I would never say that you need to be with a partner. And in fact, if someone tells me that they need a partner to have a fulfilling life, to me, that's a red flag, because you need to love yourself and you need to be happy with yourself and enjoy your own company. And it's more about wanting to have a partner, wanting to share life, the day-to-day, the little things in life. And to me, I'm a total relationship person, and that's what I like. And so that's why I'm so passionate about helping people who do want to find love but are having, trouble getting there, find love.
I totally agree that in order to find the right partner, you have to be the right partner. So you not only have to work on yourself as well, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of singles have similar patterns that I'm able to pick on because I've been doing this for so long. And yeah, they think they're single for one reason, but then it turns out that they're single for a completely different reason. And I help them unblock that and uncover to figure out what's going on, that they can move forward and they can find love.
And I also agree with you that really, if you're single and you're happy, really another person cannot complete you. You have to complete yourself.
100%.
So can people still date during this pandemic, Karine?
Yes, they sure can. And again, that's a question that's been on everyone's mind these days. And over the past few months, I've heard a lot of people telling me how they feel about COVID and dating and their love lives, and how they're not dating right now, and how they feel lonely and isolated and sad. And that really makes me sad to hear that, right? And again, so many people are saying that, and they wonder if they'll ever be able to find love, during this pandemic. But yes, it is absolutely possible. And I'm here to tell everyone that, it is possible. And if you are using COVID as an excuse, like some people are using an excuse. So before COVID, it was, I'm too busy to find love. I have work, I have like family, I have all these things, I'm too busy. And now it's, well, now there's COVID, now I can't go out. So, it's easy to make excuses, right? And that's like the easy thing to do. But the real problem that I'm seeing now, okay, with the pandemic, is that people haven't given themselves permissions to find deep, lasting veg love. And I know that I can help people because I have helped many people. And the reality is that love is not canceled. It is not canceled because of COVID, right? It is still absolutely possible to find love. And a lot of my clients have been finding love right now. And, what you can do, what a lot of people are doing is they're doing the whole video dating thing. And so that is really fun. And there's lots of pros and cons to the whole video dating thing. I know some people are very reluctant to doing it, but the reality is that that's the best option right now, because we can't go out and meet people. A couple of pros to video dating is that you don't have to worry about the physical element, right? You don't have to worry about like, should I kiss them? Are they going to kiss me? Should I invite them over to my house? Stuff is like, I'll kiss them face to face. Yeah, over video. and you don't need to leave your house, right? So I've been hosting 101 workshops on Zoom, and they've been so much fun. And I've been helping people, again, give them tips, and so that they have more confidence are going into a video date. And I just tell people, have fun with it. There's all kinds of like really fun activities that you can do right now over video that you couldn't do before. So a lot of museums are doing tours, like virtual tours of their museum. There are like vegan online cooking classes that you can do together. There's all kinds of really fun stuff. So COVID, has really changed people's priorities, life goals, and views on dating, good and bad. And a lot of people have realized that they're sitting at home, and again, they're feeling sad, and they're realizing like, wow, I don't ever want to go through another pandemic alone. So I don't ever want to go through this alone. And I want to share one of my clients' stories because it's so touching, and everyone loves stories, right? Because they're feel good stories. And so I try, to spread positivity as much as I can by sharing these stories. So I have a client who, on his very first match, he ended up finding love on his first match. Okay. So he met her pre-COVID. He's in Florida, she's in New York. A lot of my clients are open to meeting people all over US and Canada. So he went to go meet her. They had a weekend together. It was a magical weekend. And they continued the relationship going. And then they had a week-long vacation planned together, but unfortunately it had to be postponed because of COVID. But they continued the relationship via video dates, emailing, texting, sending each other care packages, like really adorable stuff. There was something special there that they wanted to continue exploring. So they did that. They really put the time and the effort. And then a couple months, 2 months in, they decide, what, there's something there. We really like each other. They officially became a couple after just spending one weekend together.
You just have to be open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. And then just quickly, can you just tell us, how do you help people, veg singles, find love?
So I help people, vegan singles, find love in a variety of ways. And really, it all starts with my free database. So you go in there, you fill out a profile. It takes maybe 5 minutes to complete. And then I use that database to find potential matches for my clients. So it's not an online dating website. What I do is matchmaking and coaching, not online dating, right? Very, very important distinction. So you get in my free database. If you're a good match for a client, you'll hear from me. And you have everything to gain and nothing to lose, really, because it's free. And I also have a Facebook group that I mentioned earlier. It's Find Veg Love. It's a pretty active Facebook group. Again, it's for people, vegan singles who are looking for love. I post a lot of free content on there, a lot of videos. And then, of course, I have my Find Veg Love 10-week matchmaking program. And then I also do the premium matchmaking packages. So really, like I mentioned before, I really help people, understand what's holding them back, what's blocking them. And it could be a variety of things, right? It could be things like low self-esteem, limiting beliefs, past traumas, maybe a bad breakup, something like that. And I really work with my clients to help them boost their confidence so that they get to a point where they feel empowered and confident and really good with themselves. Because again, like I said before, I feel like we are magnets and you attract the energy that you are putting out there, right? I also give first date pointers because, relationships and dating are complicated and it can feel overwhelming, especially if you haven't, been in the dating scene for a long time. If you've been in a long relationship and just now getting back into the dating scene or whatever, like there's a lot to learn, right? And then of course I do the video dating pointers, which are so important right now. And overall, I help them restructure their mind. And again, it all starts with you. And then at the end of my program, this is like something brand new that I've just recently launched. So at the end of my 10-week matchmaking program, I offer my clients a customized plan to help them find that special someone, because I truly believe that everyone has the power within themselves to find love on their own with my help, right? So again, this is what my clients have experienced. They have found love on their own from simply going through my program, and it's been amazing to see their transformation.
Well, thank you so very much, Karine, for being on the show and for giving us these tips and new ideas to look forward to. And I appreciate all you do for all of us who are looking for love. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, please send me an email. You can go to my website, findveglove.com, and let's talk. Okay, let's talk about whether or not you are a good fit for one of my programs and if I can help you. And I would love to help if I can.
Bye. That's all for today's episode of Vegan Pulse. Thanks for listening. I am your host, Nancy Arenas. Join us again next week. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube so you never miss an episode. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our blog. Until then, remember, if you have a pulse, you have a purpose. Live vegan.